Hello, I'm Fitzgerald, the golf doctor, and today I'm going to show you my 4 simple exercises that I do before I hit my first ball. This is something I do before every practice session and before every game of golf. It's really simple, but it gets my back loosened up and my muscles ready to fire when I go and hit some balls. If you're interested in this, stay tuned. Okay, so the first exercise that I do is a pelvis rock. So I just put my hands up against the wall and I get into my golf posture, and all I do is I rock my hips from side to side. I don't want to slide backwards and forwards. All I'm doing is I'm rocking side to side. I'm doing it slowly and I'm using my hands to stabilize everything, and I do 10 each way and just progressively turning a little bit more and holding it. So that gets my hips activated, and we do need to use and activate our hips during the golf swing. Now the second exercise, I use a rubber band. Now I just bought this from a variety store. It was about $5. You can also use a bicycle tube. That's one I got a puncture on last week, and we do it something similar. So we tie the bicycle tube up here. If you want, you can tie a knot in it. So you could put a big knot in the top and put it through the top of the door, put the knot on the other side of the door and close the door. It actually does the same thing. Very good, cheap training aid. It's come up with the use of a tyre or a tube that I would normally throw away, so they're always handy to have. So I've put this up into the frame and it's up high. So what I do here is I get my golf grip and I just start pulling my hands down, and as I'm pulling my hands downwards, my left hip is engaging a little bit. I'm not doing it hard or fast. It's just a slow move. But when I'm doing it, I'm using my left shoulder as resistance. So I'm not turning my left shoulder. I'm keeping my left shoulder stable, and I'm pulling down and engaging my left hip. So I would then hold that for about 5 seconds, and then I would do it again. So I'm just resisting with my left shoulder, pulling down and holding it, and I do it again. So I would do 10 on that side, and then I would follow it up by doing the same thing on the other side of my body. So I grip it like I would a left-handed grip, so the left hand up on top, and from there I pull down, stabilizing my right shoulder, and my right hip is activating. Same thing, you just hold it for about 5 seconds, and I would repeat that 10 times. So as soon as I feel my shoulder turning, I know I'm doing it incorrectly. So I'm doing it smoothly, hands pulling down, and my right hip is turning left while holding my right shoulder there. Okay, so the third one that I use, I would get my bicycle tube, I put it underneath my right foot, I shorten that, and from there I'm turning. So it's a very similar exercise to the last one. I'm turning, I'm just trying to pull out that way. My hips engage, and that really gets my hips turning, and I'm using my shoulder resistance. So it's very similar to the last one. And I would do that 10 times. Then I would swap feet. Then I would go onto my left foot, and I practice that. So trying to keep my right hip there, and I'm not trying to turn too much with my shoulders. It just activates my hips quite nicely. So as I said, I would do that 10 times. And the last exercise that I do, I find a seat, and I do this in the middle of a game of golf too. Sometimes later in the round I feel my back tightening up. So I just sit down and I grab the side of the seat with both hands, and I just gently try and pull my hips around and get my shoulders turning. It's especially the shoulders, and then I hold it. I can feel that straining on my back just ever so slightly, and then I do it the other side. So I gently pull and then hold it for about 5 seconds, and then I do it again. So I'm trying not to do that sort of movement as I go, trying to hold with my feet stable, and I'm just gently pulling my shoulder around, holding it for 5 seconds, and then I do it again on the other side. So I do that 10 times. So by the time I've done those exercises, I feel nice and loose and warmed up. So now I'm ready to hit my first shot. Gives me a nice feel. I feel loose and ready to go. Thank you for letting me help you with your golf. I'm Brian Fitzgerald, the Golf Doctor. And if you like my videos, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the round avatar down the bottom there. You can get further information on my Facebook page or my Twitter feed, or you can sign up to my electronic newsletter at thegolfdoctor.com.au.